Good morning, everybody. The Rev here. I hope life finds you well. I hope everybody's blessed this morning. Hope you get some good coffee this morning. Hope you get into some word this morning. Spend some time with Jesus. You know, during the Advent season, we think about the things of the Advent season, and according to the Advent, the celebration of love, joy, peace, hope, and then Christ is born. That's what the Advent season leads up to. And so I was reading in Philippians. Philippians is really a good book in the Bible. It only has 4 chapters. So if you wanted to just pick out a quick book to read, and that's an impactful book, it's a really good book. Philippians. Philippians 1, starting with verse 21. A lot of people have heard this verse, but it just struck me as different today. It says in verse 21, first chapter of Philippians, "For to me to live is Christ, and to die is gain. But if I live on in the flesh, this will mean fruit from my labor. Yet what I shall choose I cannot tell. For I am hard pressed between two, having a desire to depart and be with Christ, which is far better." Gotta admit, it would be far better. "Nevertheless, to remain in the flesh is more needful for you. And being confident of this, I know that I shall remain and continue with you for your progress and joy of faith." And joy of faith. Because in the faith is where you find joy. In walking in the way and finding the way, the truth, and the light in Jesus, there is joy. Not happiness, but joy. Difference. Something deep down inside that you can't be shaken off of it, and that there's joy. I eat a good meal at a good restaurant sometimes. That makes me happy. I got to admit, it makes me happy. But that's a circumstantial happiness that will flee. It will fade. It will go away. But the joy remains inside of me from Christ. And it says right here, "For your progress and joy of faith." There is a joy that comes when we stand in faith. And it says, "For me to live is Christ, and to die is gain." Yeah, if I would die, it'd be gain, because I would gain all the things of heaven and the kingdom realm. But we forget about what we have here and now. I don't have my bags packed, sitting in my living room, just waiting for the redemption bus to come by. Because I'm called to preach the gospel, the good news. We are all called to our giftings and callings to preach the good word to our genre, to our group of people. Not just the little people inside our church that we are familiar with. It's to be because we are overcomers by the blood of the Lamb and the word of his testimony. The word of his testimony in you. The word of his testimony in you when you were born again. The word of his testimony in you when you were saved and redeemed and brought back as a child of the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. That's what our testimony is. The testimony of his greatness. The testimony of his faithfulness. We are overcomers by the blood of the Lamb and the word of his testimony. The word of his testimony, and it says in the progress and joy of faith. We will find joy in our faith and in our testimonies. And when we share our testimonies of the greatness of the Father and the greatness of how the Father sent his one and only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life, that is good news. Good news, people. Good news. Good news. For me to live is Christ, and to die is gain. But did you get that? For me to live is the representation of Christ, which is the joy of faith. I hope you guys have an amazing day today, understanding that you are a child of the King. You are a prodigal that has come home. And in prodigal, if you haven't come home yet, just come home. Stop eating the pig slop and just come home. Come home. He welcomes you with open arms. He welcomes you with open arms. When he has yet seen you at a distance, he runs down your prodigal road to meet you. Oh, it's going to be a great day. I can already feel it in my bones. There may be distractions and circumstances along the way, but it's the joy of the faith that is inside of me that is unstoppable. I watched a movie the other day called Risen. Have you guys ever seen that? And it's like the people that he interviewed asking about the resurrection of Christ. And they're like, what do you say? Do whatever, crucify me too. It doesn't matter because you can't stop it. So you can't stop it. They put Paul in jail and he's writing books. They couldn't stop it. It's unstoppable. The kingdom is unstoppable. It shall come. And for me to live is Christ and to die is gain. I hope you understand that Jesus loves you. And he did it all for you. If you'd been the only one, he'd have still done it. Wow. You guys have a good day today. Get you some coffee. Get in the Word. Get you some Jesus. Just understand that you're a child of the King. And you have joy of faith. Man, it's going to be a good day. I love you guys. Most of all, remember, Jesus loves you. Because Jesus loved you, I love you. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Have a great day. Goodbye.